Why, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I am your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, and this is an introduction video to a brand new playlist on the channel here. We're going to have one called a LOTRO Wardrobe. All right, what is this playlist going to focus on today, you ask? Well, here's what we're going to do. It is going to be based on cosmetic things in the Lord of the Rings Online or other video games that I want to either show you and to review something, to look at something in-game, to show you where you can get it for yourself, whether it be a decoration for your house, like we hear in my house in the background, or it's a cosmetic piece of armor that your character wears, or for your weapon, or whatever the colors, or whatever it is. That is what it is going to be for this playlist, my friends. So hopefully you enjoy this. Let's go through a couple things here now to show you some of the stuff I'm talking about. So again, it could also be for pets, right? It could be anything cosmetic, even like newer at the time of me making this intro video for this playlist. The new River Hobbits came out, right? For the Lord of the Rings Online. That for me is technically a cosmetic thing because we've had hobbits forever, right? But they look very different. So they're pretty much a cosmetic thing, right? So anything that bases off that is going to be on this playlist. So before you think, oh, well, what about your Lord of the Rings collection playlist that is going to have all your replica weapons, right, in real life and stuff, you see in the background on my camera, that is still going to be for anything in real life, the Lord of the Rings collection, or things that are physical things, or, a DVD or whatever I'm showing you. This playlist is going to focus heavily on just cosmetic stuff. And I want to do a shout out to someone, I don't have the name right now, but I had a comment many months ago that said, I have seen no one who does stuff on cosmetic things in this game. I'd love that if you do that. And I was like, all right, well, you know what? I will keep that in mind. So shout out back to that person that I remembered. I listened to my comments, you guys. So I realized it really wouldn't work to do guide videos, like put this on the guide playlist or put this on any of my other Lord of the Rings playlists for Lord of the Rings Online or any of them. Just didn't have the right stuff, right? So again, this is what this playlist is going to focus on, all right? So let me just bring up a few things here real quick, and I'm just going to ever so slightly turn the music just a little bit. Basically things like this. So any kind of decoration, house decoration, or again, if I turn on house decorating for my my yard here. See how we have all these things, we can move stuff around. So it'll be for stuff for that on this playlist. I'll do videos on that. Now, if it's a direct guide video about LOTRO, that'll be on the guide playlist still. But if it's something just more like show and tell, or showing you where to find something, or look at how cool this is, or maybe a small mechanic with any cosmetic thing, it'll be on this playlist, okay? And I'll kind of decide while I make videos, right, on that. Just want to have another thing. I like to keep my playlists separate for you guys, for my viewers who like certain things about the channel, right? Me as a viewer of other YouTube channels, I always like it when people are organized and I'm not fishing through 1,000 videos, which we have over 1,000 videos on the channel at the time of me making this video. So I want to make it very easy for you guys to be like, oh, this is his Lord of the Rings wardrobe, right? And again, it might be Lord of the Rings wardrobe or a LOTRO wardrobe. We'll see with the playlist if it changes in the future, depending on what I do. But again, if I'm doing real life like wardrobe things like clothing, that would be on the collection playlist. So it's going to mainly focus on LOTRO and other Lord of the Rings games if there are ones that have cosmetic things like this in the future. Who knows? Return to Moria? I don't know. Who knows? So again, things like, and also for example, armor collections. I will show you where to find them. I will try my best to do links in the video for you for that. So for example, if I open my shared storage here, is that where I put it or is it my other one? No, not that one. I want to show you my regular vault. There it is. So for example, if you see my regular vault here, I have a collection of helmets, shoulders, everything I've been collecting since the beginning of the game. And this isn't even like half the cosmetics in this game. So there will be some videos where I will show you a cool cosmetic. There might be a picture from someone else and we'll talk about where you can get that cosmetic armor or item, even if I don't have it, right? So I'll do my best to do this over time. So this collection, these videos will all be quite relevant, right? Because this stuff will all be in the game unless it's discontinued item, which I will tell you if I make a video about one of those that you can't get anymore. So that kind of stuff. So again, we'll cover things like that, whether it be it's cool weaponry, whether it be cool shields, any kind of armor, capes, all that kind of stuff. And then also, if we open up our collection here for pets, we will cover things like all the, pets, even if I don't have them. We'll talk about maybe where you can get different groups of pets. I may make videos that are broken down because as you can see here, we have 346 pets to talk about, and I have about 20 of them. I don't even know. How many do I have? It's not a little more than 20. I have like 35 or something. I don't know the exact number right now. Or, for example, mounts. That's kind of a cosmetic thing, right? Or we might talk about emotes. Where do you get certain emotes? That would be in this playlist as well. Anything that has some kind of function cosmetically. And you ask, why did you say wardrobe, right? Well, I just thought it sounded good, right? And again, there's C.S. Lewis, right? The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I just was thinking of what would be a good name for, like, making people think cosmetics, clothing, right? But at the same time, it's not cosmetic. Because that word just, I don't know, it doesn't sound very good for a playlist, in my opinion. So I just wanted to think something really cool. All right, so that's what I've got. That's the goal of this playlist. We'll also cover things like, for example, the War Steed, right? So a lot of people don't know this, okay? But the War Steed actually has an entire appearance section, which is also a cosmetic section, right? So again, I will try to show you this stuff. I might show you a guide video, will be on the guide playlist, on how to set this stuff up. But again, for looking like where they are, how cool they look, a little bit of show and tell, that kind of stuff, I will do that here on this playlist, and including like maybe showing you, my different collections of items I have. And again, then I will tell you, well, I got this from here, that from here, and if I can't, I will have links to LOTRO Wiki on where you can get those items in the game. So yeah, that is the goal of this playlist today, and it should be fun. And like dyes are something else in LOTRO. LOTRO has a lot of content that is cosmetic, okay? For your mounts, your pets, your armor, the dyes for the armor. Like, it's crazy. All the different gear, all the different weapons, right? Yeah, so there's a lot. And there's actually cosmetic, and then of course for the house, there's literal cosmetic items that are for clothing too in this game that I can show through this playlist. And then of course again through the game as we the neighborhoods and for setting up your house, because the housing system is quite cool in this game. And they've done a lot of updates, and I think they'll probably do more updates in the future on it. But as you can see here is my home. So, and this is where we might be doing our future lore videos, where I'll have my my brother Zollin come in. I'm Zollin's brother. But we'll be doing lore videos more possibly in this area. Again, I've been hemming and hawing how to make my lore playlist a little better. A Lord of the Rings Lore Master is that playlist, if you're curious. So anyway, there it is, my friends. I hope you have a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. There's my barn back there. Again, this will all be covered on this playlist. A Lord of the Rings Wardrobe, or LOTRO Wardrobe, whichever one I decide to settle on. All right, you guys, have a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. Thank you to everyone who supports the channel and my Patreons. And this is an intro video, so this will always be here for this playlist. Have a good one. Barukazar Kuzad, I menu. Stay happy, my friends. And I'll see you all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. This will be fun.